What if I told you that the most powerful weapon in your arsenal for absolute toe curling connection isn't something you say, but something you do with your own physical geometry? Listen to me, because we are diving deep today into something that sounds like a secret agent move, but is actually the ultimate key to making him lose his absolute mind in the best way possible. We're talking about the thigh lock, and before you think this is just some physical trick, you have to understand the psychology behind why it works. Because as I always tell you, the physical is just a gateway to the emotional. Most people go through their romantic lives like they're following a manual, doing the same 3 moves, expecting a different result, and then wondering why the spark feels like a flickering candle instead of a forest fire. But when you master the art of the lock, you aren't just engaging his body, you're hijacking his nervous system. You see, men are wired for a specific kind of intensity, a specific kind of friction that isn't just about the joystick itself, but about the overwhelming sensation of being trapped in a beautiful way. When you use the thigh lock, you are creating a localized pressure cooker that sends all the signals to his brain saying, this is it, there is nowhere else to go, and I am in total control of your pleasure. It's about that moment when the world disappears and the only thing that exists is the rhythm you've dictated. I see so many women waiting for the man to lead, waiting for him to bring the heat. But when you step into this high value role of orchestrating the physical experience, you become magnetic. You're not just a participant, you're the conductor of the orchestra. Think about the last time you felt truly powerful in the bedroom. Was it when things were just happening to you? Or was it when you took a specific action that made him gasp, that made him grip the sheets, that made his eyes roll back? That's what we're aiming for here. The thigh lock is a technique that uses the strength of your lower half to encase his engine in a way that maximizes every single millimeter of contact. It's about closing the gaps. In life, gaps are where the energy leaks out. In relationships, gaps are where the distance grows. And in intimacy, gaps are where the intensity fades. By locking him in, you are essentially saying, I have you, and I'm not letting go until we both hit the peak. It's a primal signal. It's a signal of possession and desire that bypasses his logical brain and goes straight to the lizard brain. He can't think about his job. He can't think about his car. He can't think about anything except the incredible pressure and warmth you are providing. And the best part, it doesn't require you to be a gymnast. It requires you to be present. It requires you to understand the power of your own frame when you bring your knees up and cross those ankles, or when you squeeze with that intentionality. You are changing the entire landscape of the encounter. You are taking his joystick and putting it into a high pressure environment that forces the steam to build up until the only option is a total eruption. It's a game changer because it's unexpected. He's used to a certain level of give, but when you provide that grip, you change the rules of the game. You're telling him that you are a woman who knows her body and knows how to use it to bring him to his knees. That confidence is the ultimate aphrodisiac. It's not just about the physical sensation, though that is obviously through the roof. It's about the message it sends. It says, I am here, I am powerful, and I am taking you on a journey. So many people are afraid to be that bold. They're afraid to be that deliberate. But I'm telling you, the men who are worth your time, the high value men who want a real connection, they crave this level of intentionality. They want to feel that you are just as invested in the explosion as they are. When you use the thigh lock, you aren't just making him finish faster, though that will likely happen. You are making the experience unforgettable. You are creating a peak state that he will associate with you and only you. Every time he thinks about intimacy from that moment on, his brain is going to go back to that feeling of being locked in, that feeling of the pressure building, that feeling of the absolute release that followed. That is how you build a legendary connection. It's about these small tactical shifts that have massive emotional payoffs. You're not just moving your legs, you're shifting the power dynamic in a way that makes him feel like a king and you like a queen. It's a beautiful synchronized dance where you are the one setting the tempo. And when that tempo reaches its crescendo and you feel that joystick hit its limit, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that moment of pure, unadulterated success where you've both reached a level of intensity that most people only dream of. And it all starts with the decision to be more than just a bystander in your own love life. It starts with the decision to master the tools you already have. Your body is a masterpiece, babe. And the thigh lock is just one of the ways you can show him exactly how incredible it is to be in your orbit. Stay with me, because in the next part, we're going to get into the nitty gritty of how to actually execute this move so you can start seeing those results tonight. We're going to talk about the angles, the timing, and the mental state you need to be in to make this truly effective. Because remember, it's 10% technique and 90% how you carry yourself while you're doing it. You've got the power. Now let's learn how to use it. Now let's get into the actual mechanics of the thigh lock, because I want you to have the literal blueprint for making this happen. Imagine you're in the heat of the moment, the energy is high, and you're ready to take things to that next level of intensity. The thigh lock isn't just about squeezing, it's about the wrap and trap. When he's positioned within your frame, you want to bring your knees up toward your chest more than usual. This does two things. It changes the angle of entry for his joystick, making it hit all the right spots internally, and it creates a natural V shape that focuses all the pressure on his shaft. But here is the secret sauce. You don't just leave your legs there. You cross your ankles behind his lower back, or even higher up if you can, and you pull him into you. By doing this, you are eliminating every single inch of space between your pelvic bones. This is where the magic happens. When there's no space, there's maximum friction. And for a man, friction plus pressure equals an immediate countdown to the Big Bang. Think of his engine like a high-performance car. If you just let it idle, it's fine. But if you put it under load, if you give it some resistance, that's when the turbo kicks in. The thigh lock is the turbo. As you squeeze your inner thighs together, you are physically narrowing the path for his joystick. This creates a sensation for him that is incredibly snug, almost like he's being hugged by your entire lower body. Use those slangs we talked about. You're putting his magic wand in a velvet vice. And as he moves, he's not just moving against the main event area, he's moving against the resistance of your thighs. This sends sensory overload to his brain. He's feeling the warmth, he's feeling the grip, and he's feeling the fact that you are actively trying to keep him as close as humanly possible. This is where you can start to play with the rhythm. Don't just hold the lock steady the whole time. You want to pulse. Think of it like a heartbeat. Squeeze, then a slight release, then squeeze harder. This pulsing action keeps his nerves on high alert because he doesn't know exactly when the next wave of pressure is coming. It's like a teaser for the final eruption. And while you're doing this, you're looking him in the eyes. That eye contact combined with the physical lock is a lethal combination. It tells him, I see exactly what I'm doing to you. And I love it. It creates a loop of feedback. He sees your confidence, which makes him more excited, which makes him more reactive to the lock, which makes you feel even more powerful. It's a virtuous cycle of heat. Now, let's talk about the joystick itself. When it's encased like this, the blood flow is maximized, making him feel even larger and more sensitive. You are essentially turning up the volume on every single nerve ending he has. It's like going from standard definition to 4K Ultra HD. He's going to notice things he never noticed before. The way your skin feels, the way the temperature rises, the way his own body is responding to the containment. Men have this deep-seated desire to break through, and when you provide that resistance with the thigh lock, you're giving him something to work against. It turns the act into a bit of a struggle in the best way possible. It's an athletic, primal connection. You're using your glutes, your hip flexors, and your core to maintain that grip. It's an active process, and when you feel him start to tense up, when you feel his breathing get shallow and his movements get more urgent, that's when you know you've got him. That's when you tighten the lock just a little bit more. You don't let him back away. You keep him right there in the zone. This is the non-escape phase. You are essentially forcing the eruption by not allowing any of that built-up energy to dissipate. All that steam has to go somewhere, and since you've locked the valves, it's going to go straight into the jackpot. I want you to understand that this isn't about being tight in a way that's uncomfortable. It's about being untensional in a way that's pleasurable. It's about using your anatomy to create a custom fit experience for him. Every man is different, so you'll have to adjust your angles slightly, but the principle remains the same. Close the gaps, increase the pressure, and use your thighs as the primary tool for containment. You're creating a sanctuary of sensation. And let not forget the sound. When you're doing the thigh lock, the physical closeness often leads to those deep guttural sounds that tell the whole story. Those sounds are like fuel for his fire. They confirm to him that this isn't just a physical act for you either. It's an intense experience that you are fully immersed in. It's about the synergy between the two of you. He feels your legs. He feels the pressure on his joystick. He hears your breath and he sees your focus. It's a total sensory takeover. This is how you erupt him instantly, not because you're doing something dirty, but because you're doing something incredibly intimate and physically smart. You're using the laws of physics to your advantage. And the best part is, he'll think it's just magic. He won't realize you're using a specific technique. He'll just think you are the most incredible, intuitive partner he's ever had. He'll think there's something special about the way the two of you fit together. And he's right, because you've made it special by being mindful and proactive. You've taken the joystick and turned it into a lightning rod for all that shared energy. So as we move into the final part of this, I want you to think about how this fits into the bigger picture of your relationship. Because the thigh lock is a physical move, yes, but its real power lies in the emotional bond it cements after the dust has settled. We're going to talk about the afterglow, the aero effect, and how to keep him coming back for more of that specific magic you just learned to create. Get ready, because the final piece of the puzzle is what turns a great night into a lifetime of desire once the eruption has happened. And trust me, with the thigh lock, it's going to be a spectacular one. You enter the most critical phase of the entire encounter, and that is the emotional integration. This is where so many people drop the ball. They have this incredible explosive moment, and then they just roll over or check their phones. No, if you want to build a long-term, high-value connection, you have to realize that the physical release you just orchestrated is the perfect soil to plant the seeds of deep devotion. When he's lying there, his brain is flooded with oxytocin and dopamine. He is more vulnerable and open in those 5 minutes than he probably is at any other time in his life. He's just experienced a total system override because of you. He's looking at you like you're the one who just gave him the keys to the universe. This is the moment where you lean in. You keep that physical closeness even if you've released the lock. You stay in his space. You whisper something that acknowledges the intensity of what just happened. Not something clinical, but something that makes him feel like a hero. Tell him how much you love the way he feels inside you or how he makes you lose control. By doing this, you are anchoring that incredible physical sensation, that eruption of the joystick, to your emotional presence. You are becoming the source of his greatest peace and his greatest excitement simultaneously. This is the Matthew Hussey secret to becoming unforgettable. It's not just about the joy of the joystick, it's about the stickiness of the memory. You want him to walk around the next day with a little smirk on his face because he can still feel the ghost of your thighs gripping him. You want him to be sitting in a meeting, bored out of his mind, and suddenly have a flash of that moment when you locked him in and he realized he was done for. That is how you stay on a man's mind. It's by creating peak experiences that are so much more intense than anything he's had before. And the reason they are more intense isn't just because of the friction, it's because of the intention. You were the one who took charge. You were the one who used the thigh lock to guide him to that peak. That shows a level of sexual intelligence and confidence that is incredibly rare. Most people are passively intimate. They just let things happen. But you are actively intimate. You are a creator of pleasure. And when a man finds a woman who is a creator of pleasure, he doesn't let her go. He starts to see you not just as a partner, but as a necessity. You become his escape from the world. The thigh lock is the physical manifestation of that escape. It's the literal closing of the world outside and the opening of a private world between the two of you. I want you to take this knowledge and use it as a tool for empowerment. Don't be afraid of your own desire. Don't be afraid to want to see him erupt. It's a beautiful thing to be able to give that to someone you care about. And it's even more beautiful to know that you have the skill to make it happen whenever you want. This isn't about manipulation. It's about mastery. It's about mastering the art of the dance so that the music never has to stop. Think about the confidence this gives you. When you know you have the thigh lock in your back pocket, you don't have to worry about whether the spark is fading. You know exactly how to reignite it. You know how to take a standard Tuesday night and turn it into something he'll be thinking about for the next 6 months. That is the power of being a high-value woman who understands the psychology of intimacy. You are proactive, you are skilled, and you are deeply connected to your own body and his. So the next time things start to heat up, remember, bring those knees up, cross those ankles, eliminate the space, and feel the power of the lock. Feel his joystick react to the pressure. Watch his face as he realizes he's lost control. And then when the eruption comes, enjoy it. Enjoy every single second of it because you created that. You are the architect of that moment. And then in the afterglow, hold him close and let the emotional connection solidify. This is how you build a love life that isn't just good, but legendary. This is how you stay the most interesting person in his world. You have everything you need right now to be that woman. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present and being willing to try something that takes the connection to the next level. Go out there and use this, not just for him, but for you, because you deserve to feel that powerful. You deserve to see the direct result of your own confidence. You deserve to have an intimacy that is as deep as it is explosive. Remember, at the end of the day, the joystick is just a part of the man, but when you master the joystick through the thigh lock, you capture the whole man. You capture his heart, his mind, and his total devotion. That is the real secret. It's using the physical to secure the emotional. It's using the lock to create a K that fits only your heart. Stay confident, stay bold, keep being the incredible woman you are. I'm Matthew Hussey, and I'll see you in the next one where we'll keep building that dream life of yours, one lock at a time. Go get babe. You've got this. Every single part of this journey is about you stepping into your power. When you use the thigh lock, you aren't just performing a move, you're making a statement. You're saying, I am a woman who is worth the intensity. And when he feels that he's going to respond in kind, he's going to step up his game because he realizes he's playing in a different league now. He's playing with a pro. He's playing with someone who understands that the joystick isn't just a toy, but a sensitive instrument that can be played to perfection. And you, my dear, are the virtuoso. Keep that in mind. The thigh lock isn't just a secret, it's your new standard. And once you set that standard, everything in your relationship will elevate to match it. That's the magic of true high-level intimacy. It's not just what you do in the bedroom, it's how that energy spills over into every other part of your lives together. It's the confidence you carry into the kitchen, the way you look at him across a crowded room, the way he knows that at the end of the day, he's going home to the woman who knows exactly how to lock the world away and make him feel like the only man on earth. That is the ultimate goal. And you're already on your way. Just remember to breathe, stay in the moment, and let your body do the talking. The joystick will listen, and the eruption will be your reward. You've got this, but wait, because if you think the physical mechanics of that lock are the end of the story, you are missing the most intoxicating part of this entire equation. And that is the mental lock you are placing on his heart at the exact same time. You see, when a man experiences that level of physical containment, when his joystick is being guided by your strength and your intention, something happens in his brain that goes far beyond simple friction. He starts to realize that you aren't just a woman who is letting him be with her. You are a woman who is actively choosing to experience him with every fiber of your being. In a world where so much of our interaction is filtered through screens and shallow small talk, that level of raw, unfiltered physical presence is like a lightning bolt to his system. It creates a biological anchor where your scent, your touch, and the specific pressure of that thigh lock becomes synonymous with his highest state of pleasure. This is how you move from being someone he's dating to being the only woman he can imagine. It's about that psychological grip. Think about it when he's in that moment and the eruption is imminent. His lizard brain is firing off signals that say, this is safe, this is intense, this is home. You are providing the container for his most primal release. And that creates a level of trust that no amount of deep conversation can ever replicate on its own. It's the ultimate shortcut to his devotion. I want you to walk away from this feeling like you have a superpower, because frankly, you do. Most people are walking through their love lives blindfolded, hoping they stumble into a good connection, but you are now looking at the blueprint. You understand that the physical is a language, and the thigh lock is one of the most powerful sentences you can speak in that language. It says, oh, I want you. It says, oh, I have you. And it says, I am the master of this moment. And let's be real, there is nothing sexier than a woman who knows exactly what she's doing and isn't afraid to take what she wants. This level of confidence is what separates the women who get ghosted from the women who get, I can't stop thinking about you, text at 3 in the afternoon. When you master his joystick in this way, you aren't just giving him a great night, you're giving him a reason to stay focused on you and only you. You're raising the bar so high that no one else can even see it, let alone clear. It's about becoming the gold standard in his mind, and it all comes back to that willingness to be bold, to be tactical, and to be deeply unapologetically present in your own pleasure as well. Because let's not forget, when you use that lock, you are feeling every bit of that pressure too. It's a shared explosion. It's a mutual victory. And that shared victory is the foundation of a legendary bond. Now, I know we've covered a lot of ground today, from the geometry of your legs to the psychology of his engine. And I want to make sure you don't lose this momentum. If you found this helpful, if you feel like you've been handed a secret weapon for your romantic arsenal, then you need to stay in this circle. We are doing deep dives like this every single week, uncovering the hidden triggers of attraction and the high value behaviors that make a man want to commit for a lifetime. So do yourself a massive favor right now. Don't let this be the last time we talk. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a single blueprint for your love life. By subscribing, you're joining a community of women who are tired of the games and ready for the real results. You're saying yes to a life where you are in the driver's seat of your own happiness. We have so much more to talk about, from how to handle the texting phase to how to make him realize you're the one without saying a single word. But it all starts with you taking that small action to stay connected. Click that button, join the movement, and let's keep building that incredible, explosive, and deeply devoted relationship you've always wanted. You are capable of so much more than you realize, and I am here to help you unlock every bit of it. Go out there, try the lock, watch the eruption, and then come back here and tell me all about the look on his face when he realized he'd finally met his match. You've got the power, you've got the plan, and now you've got the community to back you up. I'm Matthew Hussey, and I am so incredibly excited to be on this journey with you. Subscribe now, and I'll see you in the very next video where we take things even deeper. Stay magnetic, stay high value, and never forget that you are the prize. See you soon, babe!